Всем привет, с вами Спектр Эрик, и мы продолжаем проходить Baldur's Gate 3. В прошлый раз мы победили Кетери Которма и наконец завершили второй акт. Впереди нас ждет посещение легендарного города Врата Балдура. Ну и, соответственно, где-то там в далеком будущем, ну или не очень далеком, битва с Абсолют, которая тоже направилась туда вместе со своей армией. Ну и как бы у нас очень много дел впереди. Чем мы, собственно, сейчас и благополучно займемся. А что нам еще остается? Ну, помимо дождаться загрузки игры. Текс. Вот мы вот такие вот посозерцали город. Пойдемте баньки. Так, желающие пообщаться. О, там у Гейла вон какие-то вопросики есть. Нафига он забрался, конечно. Эйлин.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't.
Тебя там
given
вообще
what
не
has come to
было.
light. Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been subdued or ashamed. But after what we saw, I must admit, I'm excited. The Elder Brain. But more importantly, the crown that it wore. Even without seeing it for myself, I could sense it.
Ой, да кому ты
Netherese
врешь?
magic. So pure, so complete. I doubted what I was feeling at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
С чего это вдруг корона
That
стала такой
crown sits
важной?
on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
Тебе просто захотелось в магазин?
Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away.
Как он
You'll have to
возбудился-то?
forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Окей. Возьмем его в магазин, значит. Такс. Такс.
Well, hello.
Здравствуйте. Ну, давай, он тоже будет уметь в отдачу. Да, куда ты пошел? Спать где? Спать тут.
Never wanted the easy path. Here goes nothing.
The
Здрасте.
events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, that an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the dead three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the dead three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes?
Этот мир ждет жестокая участь. Я буду
A
править
thrill
миром.
courses through you at the thought. You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Опа.
The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination.
Куда артефакт решил от нас сбежать? Здрасте, на нас напали? О, ну мы зато хоть сразу оделись. На том спасибо. А, нас еще и абсолют придамаживает. И нам надо, я так полагаю... А, сбегите в портал, пока абсолют не захватила контроль. Прекрасно. А почему ты меня ударил? Ну, слушай, а неплохо так. Блин, серьезно, не хватает? Мразота какая. Абсолют, хватит меня дамажить. Бесишь. А ты, типа, просто прошла мимо? В этом была твоя цель? Ну, блин, она потеряла концентрацию, но дамажить она продамажила. Уже неплохо. Ну ты что делаешь? Да, Лейзель, да как так-то? Нормально. Ну, я почти в портале. Ты мажешь безбожно. Слушай, а этот кто? А, тут еще один вылез внезапно. Ой, ты отвали. Мне как бы туда надо, внутрь, пожалуйста. Да ты... Поднимай мадаму. Молодец. И давай поддержим ее чуть-чуть. Оп. Я добежал до портала, и чё? Было несложно. Особенно, когда на туманном шаге перелетаешь все поле боя. Ну, там черепушечка.
That orb is about to erupt.
А что здесь гитьянки делают? И как они вообще сюда все попали? Нехорошо. Вообще нехорошо. Что бы это ни было, это нехорошо.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
А враги у нас кто? Гитьянки?
No time to dally. Eager for battle.
Time to push my luck again.
Так, вот Стериона.
To the death.
Can't afford to let up. A little help, please. Swift and lethal.
Так.
This is your end.
Так, одну утилизировали, осталась вторая. Там мозги малыши будут ее лупить вовсю.
Time to press ahead.
Так, и эта мадама все еще жива.
You will be cleansed.
Малышей убивают. Причем очень активно.
Help, please.
Excellent. It's not over. Come to the skull.
That should more than suffice.
Так.
These boots have seen everything.
Hurry. I can't hold them back alone.
Вон там что-то происходит.
Come to the skull.
Блин, давайте тут
Just a brief rest.
хотя бы ХП отхилим. Раз, два. Третья где? Третья вот. Здрасте.
Before you do anything, I am your ally.
Ева.
We are in danger.
Geek abomination! By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you.
Вот это откровение. Кажется, нам все это время помогал мистер Тухо с модным воротником.
I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me.
Вот это вот твоя битва. Я тебе не верю, ты мозгоед. Настроение умри, чудовище. Почему бы и да.
The honor god. Eliminate them. My forces are weakened by their assault. But with your help, we can turn this around. Destroy the god. I will subdue their master.
Мы прочитаем мысли его. Но мы и так без бафов справились.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle, the Mind Flayer's awareness is everywhere. You blunder in its presence like a walk pup learning to walk.
You must be joking. I am telling you my thoughts directly into your head. But if you insist on taking a look for yourself, be my guest.
Nothing in your colorful existence to date could have prepared you for this. As the horror subsides, you are left with only one coherent thought. You must do whatever you can to subdue the Githyanki.
Happy? Now, join me. Fight!
Aid an illithid against Githyanki. We cannot. We must not.
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Maisel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
Так, со с кем мы деремся-то? А, их тут двое. О, ни хрена. А это что она такое использовала? Хотя, подожди, мы же можем столб огня не завергнуть на них обоих. Ну, мозг сожгли, а, блин, а эти двое выжили. Очень мило. Ну, ты поплатилась за то, что мажешь своими заклинаниями. Вот это ублюдок, хватит? Так лучше. А, вот еще третий есть. Нормально. Продолжаю лупить. Ну, Лейзель, ну что такое? И еще раз. Блин, серьезно, выжил? А, их 4, блин. Почему я их только сейчас заметил? Ауч. Нормально. Очень даже нормально. 40 дамага. Вообще отлично, я бы сказал. Так. Shadow Heart помирать собралась или что? А почему он удержался на ногах? Лупи пока не упадет. Либо не умрет. Одно из двух. Умереть предпочтительно, согласен. Ну чё ты летаешь туда-сюда? Делай что-нибудь нормальное.
Shadowheart. It can't be.
Ой. А что происходит? Еще и промахнуться умудрился. Так. Теперь вот с этой надо разобраться. Молодец. Только, блин, оно устояло, не упало. Но в целом это тоже неплохо.
I must regain control over the Githyanki prince.
Так, а тут все, что ли? Последняя осталась в бою. Не осталось.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene to owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers.
Зачем ты обманул
It was
меня?
necessary. Rare are those that would openly consider a partnership with a mind flayer. Even those who are on a path of becoming one. I was someone once. Someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now.
То есть элитиды могут осознавать свое прошлое.
I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me when I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I
Ну да, то там совсем же не
My
видно.
needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. but I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become.
Лорд Гартаж был одним из избранных колонии.
His hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an elder brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you.
А что это за
We fought
битва?
to tame Prince Orpheus, the son of Gith herself.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prism. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control.
Ты здесь тоже в плену.
No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prism. I was one of many, but the first to find it. How Gortash or the other chosen learned of its existence, I do not know. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You.
Когда Влакит отправила нас в призму, кого она хотела убить, тебя или Орфея?
Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was imprisoned. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished.
А что будет, если мы освободим Орфея? А может, мы убить Орфея и завладеть его
There may
силой?
come a time when that is necessary. But there is no guarantee that his power would survive his passing. The risk is too great. The moment his protection is gone, you would become enthralled to the Elder Brain, just as I would. We may look different, but to the Elder Brain we are already the same. Thralls in its design.
Я не летит. Никогда им не
You are
стану.
already more illithid than you realize. It has improved you.
Ну, такое
You
себе.
seek to reverse an inevitable process. A process of evolution. When I first escaped from the Elder Brain, I too railed against the change. But the longer I have inhabited this form, the more it has grown on me. Even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would not return to it. Doing so would only impose
А щупальца не мешают?
As an Illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change.
Почему ты так говоришь? Мне не нравится, к чему ты клонишь. Я не хочу превращаться в свежевателя разума. Я думал, ты согласишься защищать
I
меня.
believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace your latent Illithid potential.
Ну, нет.
I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle while continuing to preserve your independence. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty.
Да-да-да, Devastating Beauty, конечно.
I can evolve you.
Нет,
Even
спасибо.
as you say the words, you feel a lurch of disappointment. Your mind bristles with illithid potential. How could you be so cruel as to deny yourself what you want most in the world?
I felt that. It's your nature. You cannot fight it. So embrace it.
Может, Астериону скормить? Он там тоже хотел.
It wants to evolve, but it cannot do so alone. It must commune with another.
Нет, я не стану этого делать. Ой. Ну, не, у нас есть вдохновение, будем перебрасывать. Блин. Я не хочу жрать эту личинку. Нет, нет, нет. О, мы смогли сопротивляться.
A wave of disappointment, stronger than any you've ever felt. And then stillness. You've resisted your illithid instincts. For now.
You are not ready yet. Keep hold of it then. Until you are. It has enough vitality to further your evolution. And your allies. Perhaps you will be more inclined to try it when you see more of what our enemy can do.
Я вроде и
But we
сам
mustn't
не
lose
промах.
focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the brain and bring it under our control.
Тронутая астралом личинка.
Let's hope for gold.
Так, а что там по этой личинке? Где она? Вот она. А давайте Астериона сделаем элитидом.
This character does not wish to consume tadpoles.
Астерион не хочет становиться элитидом?
Do you mind? Do you mind?
Ладно. Оставим это на потом. Эту мысль. О, может Гейла сделать? А, или он не зараженный у нас? Или... В принципе-то они все зараженные. Так. Лейзель желает общаться. Тут больше никто не желает общаться.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet.
Кровь матери.
Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our gay slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen.
Вон с одним и тем же именем. Куда вам столько Влакит?
Yes. Our current queen has claimed undeath and reigned for 1,000 years. But it was the first whom Orpheus tried to slay. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle. Or so the Varshis teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps.
Значит, Воз был прав. Орфей — это зерно краха Влакит.
And the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way.
О, кстати, можно пойти попробовать уговорить Астериона сожрать личинку. И стать более развитым. Где он? А это чья палатка?
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. And now it's offering us power if we're willing to evolve. We both know what it is capable of, but I'm not touching it.
Почему? Всем датчикам цели
That was
похоже.
before I knew the cost. Before I knew it meant transforming into some grotesque beast. I remember how it hurt when I turned into a vampire. My body writhed and warped while I was utterly helpless. The grip of death owned my heart as it beat its last. I don't want to turn into anything else. I can't do that again. I can't watch my body be taken
ладно.
over.
Ты боишься?
I am not. I just don't want to lose my God's given good looks. Really?
Да-да.
Wouldn't that be a crime?
Ты пока свободен от Кацадора только благодаря элитистским силам.
I'm really not sure.
Запугивать его не будем. Давайте попробуем мудрость проявить, и мудрость не проявилась. Ну мы можем повторный бросок сделать. И снова мудрость не проявилась. И еще разок. Опа! Мудрость проявилась. Как удачно.
As you pick apart his mind, you discover his worst memory.
Так, а зачем? Я думал, мы разговаривать будем, а не насиловать.
Complete solitude after being disobedient, sealed, buried alive, voiceless. Will this be forever? A year of horror, then the release. He will never disobey again.
Прости, что напомнил. Не стоит рисковать снова там очутиться.
Damn you. All right. I'll do it.
Ага. Мы таки убедили Астериона сожрать личинку.
Life pulses from within. The parasite's thoughts whisper at the edge of your mind. It wants to share itself with you. It wants to be let in.
Go on. Don't be afraid. It only wants to help you evolve.
Блин, мне так жалко его стало. Блин, ну нет, он таким жалким был. Его прям реально пожалеть хотелось. Мы не будем ее. Молодец. Я думаю, все-таки...
Remember, it has enough vitality to nourish you and your allies. Commune with it. You'll see, it only wants to help you.
Пошла в жопу личинка.
Disappointing. You have lowered our chances of success with your actions.
Ты сделал все правильно.
I've got a long road ahead. What path lies before me?
Я горжусь Астерионом. Он принял правильное решение. Нам не нужна никакая личинка, чтобы победить Абсолют. Наконец-то мы можем спокойно доспать эту ночь. Что ж, это была долгая ночь, полная приключений. Ну и, пожалуй, на этом наша серия подойдет к концу. Спасибо, что были со мной. Я надеюсь, увидимся когда-нибудь в ближайшее время. Пока-пока.